Sai Ram, and welcome back to another episode of My Sai in 100 Years of Sai, a special series dedicated to celebrating the divine life, message, and mission of our beloved Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. In today's episode, we are blessed to be joined by Br Ravi Mudli, a long-standing devotee, former centre president, and one of the pillars of the Sri Sathya Sai Centre Hillside. Br Ravi joined Hillside in 1991 and from the very beginning became an active worker, contributing to many projects and service activities, including assisting in the construction of this very ashram. Over the years, Br Ravi has served in various capacities, including Vice President, Centre President, Regional Information Officer, and as part of the National Eye Clinic team. To this day, he remains an active and devoted member of our Hillside family and our bhajan group. Let's journey together through those moments that still inspire hearts today. Aum Sri Ram, Uncle Ravi.
Aum Sri Ram, Brother Dinesh.
So, Uncle Ravi, let's start at the very beginning. Could you share with us how your journey with Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba began?
My journey started with Hillside Sai Centre in the year of 1991, either end of September, early October of 1991. And how it started was, there was a gentleman that started working just before early 1990, working with us. And he was Mr. Sarvan Achri from the My Sai Centre. And he should regularly speak about Swami and should sing bhajans for me. And at that point, I was not really into spirituality for some other reasons. And I said I wouldn't have joined any organization from the experience I had. And he should keep on speaking about Swami. And I should say, no, I like spirituality, so you can speak to me and, tell me about Swami and sing the bhajans. I like it. Yeah. And it carried on for a while, and he always convinced me to come to the service. And I always found an excuse. And then one day he said to me, Brother Ravi, there is a special guest that's coming to Years of Sai Centre, and his name is Years of Sai, formerly a South African, but he was very close to Swami, I believe. And he's coming, and he must listen to some of his experiences and the leelas that he experienced with Swami. It'll be nice for you to come and listen to that. So he kept on reminding me about it, and I said, yeah, okay, I'll see. Then eventually that Wednesday came and he said, I would like you to come. Then I spoke to Radha about it, and she said, okay, let's go and see what it's all about. And we pitched up at the Br Ravi temple, and the satsang started. And Brother C.R. Singh spoke, gave a wonderful talk, spoke about Swami. And as I was witnessing his talk, I could see both his hands, his big nuggets. And he said these were given by Swami, the rings that he's wearing.
Sure.
And the experiences he had with Swami, he was relating all of that. And not familiar with the Sai service, we waited, and the talk was over, the announcements. And in the announcement, they gave the coming activities, and they said that Sunday morning is morning meditation and study circle. And then they did the arati, and then we came back home. But something changed. And then Saturday night, I told Radha, let's go and see what this meditation and this study circle is all about. Yeah. So we got there. And we thoroughly enjoyed it, and that's where the journey started.
What time did morning meditation start back then?
The morning meditation started at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
And so it's between 5 and 6, and then from 6 o'clock was our 1 hour study circle.
Okay.
So we had that. So that's how the journey started with the Hillside Sai Centre. And ever since then, I've been in the centre.
Okay, thank you. It's amazing to see how Swami's call reaches each of us in some personal way. So, Uncle Ravi, what was the Sai organization like back in those early days when you first got involved?
Well, in the early days when we got into the Sai organization, we didn't have so many ashrams like what we have today. So basically, most of our activities, especially satsangs, were held at the Br Ravi temple. The other activities were held at devotees' homes, like some of the morning meditation and other activities at people's homes. And when the temple had any function, then we had no alternative to have our satsang and our activities in homes.
Okay.
And most of the time for that, we should use devotees' homes. And most of the services or the functions were held at Auntie Badri's place and one Calicut place. They always offered they were a very massive lounge with a water feature in the middle of it, so we should all sit around the water feature and we should have our service. And they really enjoyed having us there. So those are the humble beginnings of Years of Sai Centre at that time.
It definitely shows how we became a hillside family. Bhajans and activities being hosted at different families' houses, it definitely makes you also part of that house
Yes,
as well.
yes.
You know, that's why we can call ourselves a hillside family.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
when we started, we were fairly new in this, and then Auntie Dolly asked us if we can conduct Sunday morning meditation. And
Okay.
we said we don't mind, but we don't know the procedures and things like that. And she said, no, don't worry, somebody will come to help you. And somebody came, did help us set up the shrine and things like that. And we had our first meditation study circle at my place.
Okay.
So that was when I was fairly new in this.
Yeah.
It's a different experience. you know.
True. I think we'll, as devotees, also either we need to do it or we're not going to learn.
Mm.
It was good Auntie Dolly gave you that opportunity through Swami. Uncle Ravi, were there any key figures or mentors who influenced your early years of seva and sadhana?
Well, the key figure at that point in time was most definitely Auntie Dolly, right? Uncle Morgan, Uncle Maharaj,
Yes.
late Uncle
Ashwin's
Maharaj,
father.
Brother Ashwin, Brother Rishi. You know, they were the key devotees in the center at that point in time. So when it came to Seva, Rishi, when it came to information about the Sai, Years of Sai Centre, Brother Ashwin, Uncle Maharaj was very spiritually inclined, so if you had any questions, he could answer those.
Okay.
And you know, as you were, that Auntie Dolly
Auntie Dolly is
was
Auntie Dolly is
very
the
instrumental.
encyclopedia. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful to hear that, and especially also, I think we're a little bit blessed to still have all of these devotees still
Yes,
active
still
in the
active.
center, you know, and you can reminisce about those old days, like you still have them here with us. So when we speak about obviously reliving those former days, what moments or memories come to your mind?
Well, there's quite a few of them. For example, in the early days, we should have sadhana camps regularly. Our study circles were an hour every Sunday morning with meditation. Every Sunday morning at 5 a.m. And we should get quite a good complement of devotees. And then our bhajan practices were held at Nizamul School.
Okay.
And you wouldn't believe that we should actually fill the classroom. And most of them that came were not lead singers. Just to be in the company of with the company of the Hillside Sai members, they would come to bhajan practice. So we had like a full crew and a full classroom of devotees every Monday.
But still, you were strengthening the chorus.
Yeah, but you know, if you see as time went, and currently you see very few devotees with non-singers come to a bhajan practice. At that time, even the non-singers, lead singers attend bhajan practice because that's how close we were.
Yes.
And we spend a lot of time together, you know.
It has actually changed. Like nowadays, it's just the singers that are coming for bhajan practice. So, could you describe what a typical Sai Centre day or a typical Sai Centre event was like back then?
Well, a typical Sai Centre day is that, as I said, we should conduct our service in the Br Ravi temple. So we had a wooden structure, like a wooden shrine to hold Swami's picture.
Okay.
And Brother Jack and Auntie Kamala should bring that wooden structure and Swami's photos and all other utensils that go with it. They'll come and set that up. And I should bring the sound system. Then we should connect all that up. And we should have our satsang. And then when the satsang was over, we had to dismantle all of those things and vacate the premises as quickly as possible, because the guru wanted to lock up.
Okay.
So we had no time to chit-chat and make noise in there. And Auntie Dolly was quite firm without speaking unnecessarily. So we just unpacked and we should leave. And that was basically what our typical days of satsang in those days.
Definitely a contrast to what we have now. We're so blessed to just like come to ashram. We can just sit down. The sound is on. Swami's frame is always there. The candle is lit. It really takes you back. Well, how would you say? How was the atmosphere? Would you say that the atmosphere back then was different when we look at devotion, the disciplines, or the unity? How would you compare it today? Would you say it's different?
I would say the discipline and the unity hasn't changed. It's got stronger.
Good to hear.
Discipline, as I said to you earlier, we had Auntie Dolly all the way with us, and she didn't like unnecessary speaking. She always came to our dress code. She was very strict and stern about that. When it came to ladies, they had to wear the shorts, and they couldn't use clothes that are revealing, like a short sleeves, things like that. So that's the background we had with Auntie Dolly, and I think that probably is why we are all at the level where we are today, because of Auntie Dolly's guidance over this time. At that time, we should do it, to be honest with you, we should get upset and angry with her. But I think if I flash back today, I think she did a good job with us. And if you look at the devotees, we all of us between 30 and 35 years in the center now.
True. I also think it's that how Swami says, it's the sandpapering.
Yes.
You used to get angry, but then when now look at us talking about it, you go back and you be like, thanks to Auntie Dolly for like saying that. I mean, anything she says as well, she's always quoting from Swami.
Yes.
She'll tell you exactly where.
And when you get reprimanded and you get upset, you come home and you think about it, and then you realize, no, Auntie Dolly was not wrong.
True.
She's just making us a better person.
Yes.
Which we didn't have it in us, and we didn't see our wrongs.
Yes.
And she highlights the wrongs, and then we know that we've got to fix this up.
True. And sometimes you might not think about it now. Maybe sometime later you'll be going through something and you'll think, hey, I remember when Auntie Dolly told me this, and now it makes sense, Listening to that, right, I can almost feel the vibration, like you're taking me back to that time. What do you think made that era so rich and memorable that, like you're speaking so vibrantly about it now? What created that atmosphere that,
Well, if you go back 30 years, if you look, a lot of us didn't have cars. Okay, that's first. So transport. So we should shuttle people, we would do a couple of loads of people.
So you're the Ubers back before the Ubers came out.
So we just shuttle people. And the other thing that we did was, for instance, if a devotee didn't come to service or didn't attend an activity, those are no cell phones, so it's landline. So we'll phone and find out, brother donation, we haven't seen you, are you okay? And we say it's okay, that's fine. We're happy that you're okay, And we had this relationship and this deep contact with each other. And, we always looked after each other. So that was one of our strengths. And I think some of the old devotees still do that, Auntie Dolly will regularly phone us. I got to the habit, so if I didn't see devotees here, I phoned and asked them, I haven't seen you for 2 weeks. Is everything okay?
True.
If everything okay, that's fine. I don't know what happened, why you didn't come. But as long as you're okay, you're personally okay, I'm good with that.
Definitely.
And I think that made us stronger, kept us together.
That bond,
yes.
Being a family now, it carried through.
Well, they commonly always say we are Hillside Sai family, and
yes,
we really mean that.
Definitely.
We're not just using words here.
So, you've often been described as a learned devotee, and after this chatting with you now, I can see that study circles really been your thing. Like you were very passionate about it. What key teachings of Swami would you say guided our organization during that period?
Well, I would say at that period, the most important was the 9-point code of conduct, we should read that in every satsang.
Yeah, okay.
Read that on every satsang. And when you have something that's in repetition, there's certain things sticks to you,
Yes.
And probably most of the discipline is coming from that, time point panda. And then also the 10 principles, the 46 maxims, after many, many years, when you did the last Navaratri, and I spoke about the 46 maxims, I actually forgot about the 46 maxims after a long
Took you
time.
back.
We haven't been to that for a long time, and suddenly we're talking hearing 46 maxims. We used that quite regularly at that time. And also the charter, some parts of the charter, we always come up. So if there was any challenges or any indifferences, we should always refer to the charter. What Swami had to say about the organization, and how we should run the organization. So the charter was an important document. But above all, I think the 9-point conduct was something that we use on a regular basis.
And Swami has made it so easy and simple for us to follow.
Follow.
He's made everything so user-friendly. Were there any specific practices or disciplines that helped keep centers grounded in Swami's message back then?
Well, I think the disciplines, as I said to you, that when it came to the dress code, came to outdoor functions, our discipline was very important. And again, Auntie told she should tell us to keep quiet, and there was not much mingling with men and women as such. We always kept us apart, and that's what Swami required of us to also.
It's our disciplines.
Those disciplines was very important to us at that time, and we all followed those disciplines, and we still carry out this discipline. It's become natural for us right now.
True, you are right there. Because as a hillsider, I found that when we attend like outdoor satsangs, if we're not wearing white, it does look odd. Like I feel odd. Like that's our thing, It's so as a former center president, right? This is like the hectic stuff. What were some of the challenges and blessings you experienced in leadership, in leading a center? What was that like?
I would say they were all blessings. There were challenges.
Yes.
But I would say the challenge was also a blessing in a certain way, because from those challenges we learn. We all not perfect, so from those challenges you always pick up something good out of that, and you accept the good and you disregard the not good stuff from there.
Yes.
And it actually makes you stronger. So in the blessings, for me personally, I from a work situation, I was should get very angry, so that anger seemed to be calmed down, become more tolerant.
Because as a center president, you deal with a lot of different issues.
So you put Swami in front of everything, and you say, Swami guide you, and Swami guides you.
Firm faith in
Swami. Yeah.
So, when in your time as a center president, how did you and obviously your team of office bearers ensure that Swami's message remained at the heart of every activity?
Well, we carry out the activities all were done in accordance of the organization, the rules of
The
organization,
Yes.
and we always said that whatever activity we did, we are just the instruments. Swami is a doer.
Yes.
And that's stuck in the back of our mind. So ego, pride sometimes steps in, but with us being commonly or often mentioning that Swami is a doer.
Yeah.
So all our activities, we always initially offered it to Swami, and that's how
He takes over.
Yeah.
Yes. It's inspiring to hear how every decision and action was anchored in Swami. Looking back, what leadership qualities do you think Swami expected from those serving in those key roles?
I would say, if I look at the Mahavakya of Leishma Swami, he says to do, to tell, to see, to be, to do, to tell and see.
Yes.
Right? So if you can do that, then you start to become a good leader. Then also you got to be trustworthy. As a leader, you got to be trustworthy and honest. Accept criticism. Don't only accept praise. Criticism also comes to that.
Definitely.
And take it the way it comes.
Take it both.
Yeah, take it both ways. Then you also got to have thought, word, and deed harmony in your thought, word, and deed. And I think for me at that time was the most important thing is that I said to myself, I've taken this position. I gave myself to Swami for the 2-year period.
Yes.
And I have to give my 100%. So I actually went to the extent of cancelling a lot of important family functions. If we had a Sai function, I didn't attend those functions. Important functions I didn't attend.
True.
Because I took on Swami's work. So I said, Swami's work come first. And I did that. And I think it's important that as office bearers that we try as far as possible to attend because if you don't, you're open to criticism. The devotees will start to say things, that every time you come, you don't see you around. You're doing seva, and the seva convenience is not there, for example.
Yeah.
So it's important. I think it's important that once you commit to the Swami, give you 100%. It's going to be only 2 years, and now fortunately to be doing some of his work.
True. Swami is the only one that chose us even to be in that position.
Yes.
So I think our duty to him is also important.
Important.
So, how can today's generation revive that same spirit of unity and devotion that you witnessed in the past?
I would say our today's generation is actually moving in the right direction, because if you take our elders and our previous officials, they actually set the foundation and some foundation for us. And if you look at our center, from the time I started, we always had the adults, even we had a lot of youth. And up to today, we still have youth. And we come to a point now where our center is run by youth or young adults. It didn't happen before. We had young adults, but not so many officials. But now we got so many officials being young adults. So the platform has been set and the bar has been raised. And the good thing about it that we didn't lose our children. They stayed in the center and they grew in the center, and they're taking over from us and going forward in the center, which is the good thing about it.
It also stems from the leadership from the elders as well, that have obviously kept the youth inspired and remaining here as well. I think that's
I think it was also good succession planning.
Yes.
As time comes, if you're in position, as time comes, you only have a certain term to do that.
Do it, yes.
Do it. And before you step out of it, plan the next person to take over and try and pave the way for them to take over. So it'll be an easy transition for them,
Yeah.
And give them, even after that, give them support. So they get a strength from there.
I think that's what helps, speaking as an office bearer from Hillside or previous one. It's definitely like you're not alone when you're serving, you're not alone. You have everybody's support. You just gotta ask for it when you need it. What advice would you give to younger devotees who wish to strengthen their connection with Swami and serve in his mission?
I think they've got to follow Swami's teaching implicitly. Right? They have to do the best, and as Swami said, he'll do the rest for you. If you can just keep that in mind, I think your battles have been won.
Do the best, and Swami will
do
take
the
care
rest.
of the
Yes,
That's good. Uncle Ravi, if you could relive one moment from those glorious days, which would it be and why?
There's so much of things in the glorious days. We had a Swami's birthday function in the Unit Sabha many years ago, and we didn't have all the modern technology that we have today. And we had plays and sketches, and Brother Ash and myself, we were doing the sound and the videoing and all the stuff. And one of the plays required to have a plane taking off, as part of the sketch. And that was a bit of a challenge for us because we didn't have all the equipment to do all these things. And just the two of us, at that time running two computers, desktop computers we had, not laptop, desktop computers. We had two desktop computers, we got a sound system, and we're trying to put in both of us, trying to control all this.
Boxes.
And we pulled it off. It was a beautiful...
So how did you make the aeroplane sound?
Can't remember what we did, but we did it. It's on video.
Okay.
It's on video cassette.
I definitely need to check it out. Finally, as we celebrate 100 years of Sai, what would you say is your Sai in 100 years of Sai?
I think all of us must be happy and know that we're chosen to be born at this time when the Avatar walked the earth, right? And if you take all the other previous avatars have not done what Swami has done, where he touched people throughout the world. And we are part of that legacy now, where we've seen Swami and all his leelas and his miracles, And
we are the chosen few.
We are the chosen few, and I don't think we maybe not ever have this privilege again to be born in a time when the Avatar walked the earth. So we need to carry out his mission and his legacy, and be proud that we are Sai devotees.
So Uncle Ravi, thank you so much for joining us on the show today and for sharing your journey, your wisdom, and those golden memories. They remind us of what it means to be instruments of Swami. Your words have truly helped us relive that former glory, and more importantly, you have inspired us to bring back that glory through love, unity, and selfless service, and study of Sai literature. So thank you so much for joining us.
Aum Sri Sai Ram.
Jai Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.